breaking news: Atiku, Obi, Kwankwaso have agreed to form a mega party. Now, the political economist, Professor Utomi, has said that the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and the Labour Party, Peter Obi, and the New Nigerian People Party, the NNPP, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, have agreed to form a mega party that will wrestle power from the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC) in 2027. Utomi disclosed this in an interview on Channels TV on Sunday night when asked if Atiku Abubakar, Rabiu Kwankwaso, and Peter Obi and Okenwosu have agreed to come together. And Utomi made this revelation known. Guys, this is interesting. Utomi have already talked about this political merger between the opposition parties, the PDP, the Labour Party, and the New Nigerian People's Party. But after he made this revelation, the All Progressive Congress (APC) had reacted to his statement, that's his call for the merger of the three major opposition parties in Nigeria, where he talked about Atiku, Obi, and Kwankwaso having to have, agreed, coming together to form a formidable party that would kick and remove the APC from power in 2027. But then, the APC recently dismissed Utomi's proposal, labeling it as a false idea. Guys, this is actually interesting. At this point, Nigerians are looking at the opposition parties and their political, that's the presidential candidates of these opposition parties for the 2023 general elections. Majority of Nigerians are looking towards Obi, Atiku, Kwankwaso on their next step towards the 2027 presidential election, and how they would, form an alliance to remove the APC from power, since the APC has already, made it known that they would do everything possible to make sure they win the 2027 election. And at this point, it seems that the People's Democratic Party, which is Nigeria's main opposition party, has already called out to other political parties to join forces with it, so they can form a strong coalition that can defeat the ruling All Progressive Congress in the 2027 presidential election. Atiku Abubakar, who was the former presidential candidate of the 2023 presidential election, had given a warning that the APC is already turning Nigeria into a one-party state, and it is endangering our democracy. He had made it known that only and only a united opposition can prevent the ruling All Progressive Congress from imposing its agenda on the country and its future generations. So, Atiku had, in a way, suggested a merger of like-minded parties to create a formidable alternative to the APC. And Atiku made this proposal, backing it up that the APC has already failed to deliver, its promise, and instead they've plunged millions of Nigerians, into poverty and insecurity. And with this call, it seems that the People's Democratic Party have already appealed to other parties to see the need for a coalition and an alignment, more like a merger, for a better Nigeria. That it would be better that they come together to defeat the APC than dividing to defeat the APC. And that was what happened during the 2023 presidential election, whereby Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, Rabiu Kwankwaso, they all went against each other. They were shooting their shots personally, and it failed. None of them could beat the APC. But people were saying, are they being Atiku and Obi had merged, or are they being Kwankwaso and Obi had merged, then the one of the opposition parties would have a higher chance at winning the presidential election. That's the 2023 presidential election. And at this point, after the tribunal cases, that's the election petition tribunal, after the Supreme Court gave its verdict, we started hearing the oppositions talking about gearing towards the 2027 presidential elections and their strategies, the strategies they would deploy ahead of these elections, what they will use to make sure they win the elections. By all means, at this point, it seems they are focused on making sure that the APC does not, take over this country in 2027. So, my country people, Utomi has already made it known that as it is, the PDP, the NNPP, and the Labour Party, they've all agreed to form a mega party that will wrestle power from the ruling All Progressive Congress. He made this known during an interview on Channels Television, and he was asked a question which he answered, and he said yes, at this point there are plans undergoing between Atiku, Obi, and Kwankwaso to make sure they take power from the APC. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you really think that this mega party would work out? Do you think there will be a merger between Atiku, Obi, and Rabi Kwankwaso? Mind you, Obi, left the PDP for the Labour Party. Kwankwaso also left the PDP for the NNPP, where he emerged as the presidential candidate. So it's likely that they may have, a cause to want to form a merger between themselves. But we don't know because we are yet to hear from Atiku, also Obi, Peter Obi, and Rabi Kwankwaso. But Atiku seems to be more interested in forming a merger. However, Obi and Kwankwaso are yet to react to this. Guys, I'm dropping here. What are your thoughts on this? Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section.